Did I say good morning? Well, tough because it's 4:30. So got up at 6:30 this morning, had high-speed breakfast in Birmingham. Left Birmingham at 7. Got here at 9:10. Teddington, that is. Birmingham to Teddington. Then I've been in a business planning meeting all day. This is the first time I've got out. This is the first moment in days that I haven't got anything to do other than go home. And I'm very happy.
Welcome to another episode of Toby's Stupid Vlog.
Hello. You know what you need when you've only had 2 hours with very minimal sleep, and that is a complete failure of public transport. So there's no R68 buses going beyond Richmond, don't know why. There's no trains running to Kew, don't know why. So I'm having to walk from Richmond. So nothing like a 2-mile walk to add to an already exhausting day. I'm so ready to collapse, I can't tell you. Good morning. It's a giraffe breakfast, a Mexican giraffe breakfast, not made out of actual giraffes, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have a brunch, and that is some awesome iced tea. Hello there, good evening. I've been at USP all day, so sorry that we haven't spoken. That's just how it is, I'm underground in a bunker. And that's where I'm going to be tomorrow and Wednesday. And I'm going to end the vlog at the end of Wednesday, and Paris will be a separate vlog. But there's probably not going to be a huge amount more this week, other than packing, and yeah, that's about it really. I've got to go and pick up a parcel tomorrow, which is always a bit like Christmas, only with worse service. Yeah, so sorry there hasn't been an awful lot in this vlog. That is unfortunately the nature of this week. I'm busy, you see less. If there's anything interesting happening at USP that I think you might enjoy, I will be sure to film it. You have my word. So, to follow on from last week, Apple just announced the Apple Watch, formally this time, with all the features and pricing, etc. Everyone's going mental about the price of the gold one. The cheap one, as I said, is about £600, that hasn't changed. And the next one is about 1,000 or just under. And then the gold one, well, let's start with the important thing. It is made out of solid 18 karat gold. It's not plated, it's solid 18 karat gold. And even on the watch strap, the buckle is also solid 18 karat gold. Now the price of it starts at about £8,000 and goes up to about 13,500. And everyone is going completely mental about this, like this is the craziest thing they've ever heard. It's not. I mean, the material costs alone are enormous. The problem is not the price. The problem is that it'll be redundant in a year. That is a problem. Buying one of them a year is nuts. Buying one of them is not nuts. People spend far more than that on watches all the time. Luxury watches, that is, made out of solid gold. It's not unusual for people to spend £30,000 on a gold luxury watch. One more thing, slight correction, the pricing. The cheap ones start at just shy of £300, I think. Sorry, dollar conversions. It actually works quite well on the watch, better than on the iPhone. Don't know why that is. So it's, yeah, I said 500, it's 200 quid less than that. The price of the watch is better than I thought, however. The problem is every time, if you choose to buy a new phone that's a new platform, so you switch from iOS to Android or vice versa, if you buy this kind of watch, you also have to buy a new watch. So the price of the phone effectively goes up by 300 quid if you have a smartwatch. That's the bit I can't accept. If you buy a cross-platform smartwatch, this isn't a problem. So that's still the biggest issue to me. Plus the fact the straps are ridiculous prices. Like a leather strap. If you want a leather strap with a nice buckle, it's like 200 quid. £200 for the strap. So if you're prepared to wear the watch, I don't know, round your neck on a piece of cheap string, knock yourself out. But seriously, here's the real problem. Do you want to buy another device that costs several £100s, is obsolete in a year or sooner if you change phone platform, that has a terrible battery life because 1 day regular usage, 18 hours is nothing, so you have to charge it every day, and doesn't, yeah, Is that something that you actually want to spend money in? Easily obsolete, always expensive, always being charged. No thanks. So let's just wrap up this Apple rant with what will change this. Here's what will change this. It will change when the watch does the majority of the processing and the phone is simply a screen. And the reason I believe that is because then you don't require the phone for the watch to work. So it becomes platform independent. That's a big deal. Also, it will become a lot slimmer and a lot nicer and less of a huge bulk on your arm. And the costs will invariably fall. And then it becomes a more interesting prospect. But maybe I'm thinking of this as a watch person, but to me, it needs to work more than 24 months, really. Although if you don't have to buy a new phone, that does help. Because if you spend £300 on your watch and it lasts you 2 years, and your phone is essentially just a piece of glass that costs £100, then they're in the game. Then they're really in the game. Because the notifications and the interface and what have you, they're all very nice looking. But they need to make it symmetrical so you can wear it on your other wrist. That's my last bugbear, promise. It will be hugely successful though. There's no two ways about it. Largely because most people don't have a smartwatch and aren't aware of any others in the market. And secondly, because Apple's brand value is so high. But if you are going to buy one, my piece of advice is there's only one that you should buy, and that is the £8,000 one, because the material costs of the gold are unlikely to devalue as much as the engineering worth of the watch. So there we go. So despite all my ranting, it is a lovely morning. I've just been into Richmond so I could pick up the parcel that the post was unable to deliver. So here's my problem with the Royal Mail. So somebody's paid to have this sent. It gets to my house and they decide it can't get through the letterbox. So they take it back to the sorting office. Despite the fact I live in a block of flats, they could have left it by the door because nobody goes past, because it's private entry to the corridors. Despite the fact that they could have left it with the neighbours if only they'd tried to deliver the post at some sort of hospitable hour. So I have to pay to go and pick up my own post. That doesn't seem right at all. And then when you get there, I would describe their attitude as rude at best. So I'm inconvenienced and out of pocket simply because they're a hugely outdated service. Brilliant. You know what I think it is? I think that working 9 to 5 in an office is what does this to me. I used to be ranty before, and then I went freelance and I was much happier. And now working in an office again, literally it's only been a couple of days and already I'm like, oh, everyone's wrong, everything's wrong. Sorry. Here we are in a studio with some Pro Tools. Shortly through there will be some more people I will be recording. This is what happens. And you just kind of repeat this with different people and different numbers of people and different rooms. And so this is what you're currently missing. So I wouldn't worry too much. Note to self, don't try and sit in front of a computer all day without your glasses. It is painful and horrible, and you're old now and you need to wear them. So you know how technology only fails when you really need it not to, because you have something else to do and somewhere else to go? That is the underside of my MacBook Pro. And it's currently struggling to boot. It shut down a couple of times spontaneously when I tried to import some files. Now it doesn't want to start up. It's not a huge problem in terms of stuff I've got on it, because that's all backed up. But it is a huge problem in terms of this is the machine I use to earn my living. That is a problem. And I'm going on holiday in, barely 36 hours. So it's really picked a brilliant moment. So, good morning. Actually, it's not good, but it is morning. So as of 12 hours ago, I own 0 working Macs. Which is why there's no vlog up yet. It's why a lot of things haven't happened. I am slightly annoyed. There are very few appointments at the Apple store, and I'm going on holiday tomorrow. I don't yet have a resolution. Ask me again in 6 hours. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to bed because we have to be up at like 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we can go to Paris. In the meantime, if you've seen this at all, this means that I fixed the computer, because right now it looks like that, which is not good. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoy, and the next vlog will be entirely Parisian.